Hello, I'm Kim Sauer at SMT Nuremberg 2016. Now, walking around the show, there's a lot of signs, Industry 4.0, IoT, etc. I'm very pleased to have Jason Spera with me today. He is the chair of the IPC Committee for the
Connected Factory. An interim name.
Yeah. Okay, so obviously driven by the IPC, and at Apex we had long discussions about it, and there is a real need within the industry to talk about, at least, and drive standardization within the framework of IoT, Industry 4.0.
Exactly.
Give us a little bit of a background where we're at on that level and how the committee came together.
Well, how it came together was there was an event that was the former CAMEX Shop Floor Communication Committee. And at that, a large group, I think it was 29 machine vendors, software vendors, came together to talk about where should the industry go and how do we define Industry 4.0 in the context of electronics assembly. And in that meeting, a lot of good confusion came out, and the need was very clear that a industry open standard that descends from an industry group has to be formed. And that's where the committee came from. And since then, it's actually quite exploded. 33 machine vendors, all of the leading vendors are on board. We have two of the top contract assemblers have put their Industry 4.0 leadership on the committee, and now we have a charter. So it's moving quite well.
That really shows the commitment that the industry has for the concept of Industry 4.0 and creating something that the whole industry can work towards. Tell us a little bit about your plans and the development of the committee and your goals that you have.
Well, the first goal was to get a charter together as quickly as possible. And the charter has two major missions within it. One is to form a consensus on what Industry 4.0 means in our industry. That alone is confusing if you ask almost anybody. And I hear from the leading contract assemblers, they say when they're in meetings, it depends on who they're talking to, and even within their corporations, who they're talking to, what it means to them. So there needs to be some way of having at least a reasonable common discourse on the subject itself. So that's the first part of the charter. The second one is the actual shop floor and manufacturing operations data communication specification, how will that be handled? And I should note, not just machine to machine or machine to upper level system, but sensors, the entire infrastructure of manufacturing operations to the ERP, to PLM, and so forth. So the data transport and model that will be used for connecting all of that in a standardized manner. Mm-hmm. So those are the two elements of the charter, and that is complete now.
And that's certainly going to be something that can be applied industry-wide and, well, therefore, globally. Therefore, the involvement from the companies is a representation of the industry globally.
It is, and it's also, it speaks to what everybody is dealing with in the market itself, is the customers are asking for the benefits of Industry 4.0, and the vendors are grappling with how best to deliver those. And a standard is really going to help that entire solution come together, because without a standard, the approach is really one-off customization, proprietary, expensive, and really not, Industry 4.0 can't really be delivered properly in that manner. There has to be some uniformity to the approach.
Mm-hmm. And if more people want to get involved, how do they go about that?
Actually, we welcome it. The IPC welcomes it wholeheartedly. We believe that both internationally and across the vendor community and the customer community, the way the entire committee is being structured is that we see that it has three elements at the leadership level and the participants. Is there need to be software vendors, there need to be machine vendors, and there needs to be the customer community, because everybody has a different perspective on what is required and how this should be done. So we do. Anybody who would like to become involved, please contact the IPC or myself, and they certainly can be.
Excellent. Well, Jason, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And great success with the committee.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.